Count it down.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah, go ahead.
Are you guys ready?
You ready?
I guess. I mean, we can edit whatever, right?
You can go on your count.
All right, 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, buddy. First and foremost, thank you for taking the time for this. I think that it's beneficial in all the best of ways. We've been talking about this for a minute, so it's not like it's any surprise. But I ain't gonna make it long-winded. So
You getting long.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Good thing we can edit.
So my first question is, am I your favorite child?
No.
It was a joke.
No, I'm joking.
Oh my God.
All of y'all are my favorite child. Y'all kill me with that.
She said no.
Because all of y'all are my favorites. And
But
yes, that's
first.
possible.
I was the first favorite. So if you said all of them are...
Well, I mean, yeah, when you was just you were my favorite because you was the only one. But like now it's a bunch of y'all, so y'all all are my favorites. I don't...
Since I was the original though.
You are really trying to get me to say that, okay?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I already know. You don't gotta say it. But no, for real. My first one is, how have you been able to maintain your sanity, your well-being, your personal life in the midst of being a mother of 7?
First of all, who said I was sane?
Oh, you're right.
Crazy as hell, and it's all y'all fault. That's a good question, and it is very challenging because I had to deal with 7 different personalities. On top of that, the emotions of 7 different personalities, and then as y'all grow up, it's y'all levels of growth, and it's a lot. A lot of it is patience. That's the key thing, patience. Trying to understand myself and understand each of y'all individually. And a lot of meditation. Sometimes shots of tequila. I'm joking, but but no, it's a lot. It was a lot of patience, and like I said, just trying to understand y'all for who y'all each of y'all are individually. What was it like from your point of view growing up with so many siblings, more siblings than most people are used to having, and yeah, so what was that like for you? Because I know all of y'all gonna see it differently.
Yeah.
So I want to hear what it was like for you to grow up with all of them in the house with you, especially being the oldest. That's what I was glad.
I don't know, man. When I think about it and I think back to all of that, I mean, it just took, it was a lot of pride with it. Like, I think it came with a lot of, like, this is all I know. This is what I know. And I take a lot of pride in having the family aspect of it. I mean, like, even when I get to talk to my grandparents and stuff, they'd be like, he was always with family. He was always, that's how he is. And, I mean, that's how I sort of saw it. But one thing I always liked was getting to learn that everybody was different. Like everybody wanted to sort of carve their own way out. Nobody wanted to really be just like the other sibling. So, I mean, for me, I just guess that whole experience, even still, because I'm still going through it, right? Like, it's like
Just not under the same roof.
Yeah. So for me, I guess it's just still like this big adventure. I mean, I feel like it's always a big adventure with a tribe that never sits in one space. Like, it just keeps continuously moving, and I think it helps me with like being autonomous, maybe being my own person. And stuff like that. So, I mean, I just took a lot from it in that regard. But other than that, like, I never looked at it like a sharing of attention or like a who's the favorite. I mean, I knew I was the favorite, so I never really had to worry about those things.
We still we're trying to be the favorite. Did you feel like it was a lot of weight to it or responsibility or overwhelming sometimes?
Not until I got older. I didn't realize, like, I thought it was just a natural.
Normal shit.
Yeah, like, I never, it wasn't until I got older and I became, like, and I started to enter adulthood and I was talking to people and I was like, oh, yeah, I didn't went through that. Like, you know, somebody said, like, this crazy thing happened in the news. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I went through something similar. And then they were like, that's crazy. I'm like, well, I thought that was
Normal. Tell me y'all didn't do that in y'all house?
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't really notice none of that was crazy until I got older.
Hilarious.
I've always had, like, this anxiety, right, about bringing news to you. Like if I talk to you, or, like, if it's been a minute since I talked to you, I've had, like, this tiny anxiety that's sort of been over me where it's like, I want to bring you good news. Like,
What you think will happen if you bring me bad news?
not even if I bring you bad news, but I just want to be able to bring something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to just be, well, that's how I used to be, I guess. Like, through maybe 18 to 21, like, I'm trying to figure it out and navigate life. You know what I mean? Like, and all I know about life and adulthood is from what you taught me and all those things. So, for me, like, when I got out there on my own, I was like, I want to make sure that, like, if I talk to my mom, I got something good to tell her, you know? Like, and I think that sort of pushed me to try to, like, strive harder, right? It's just like I wanted to have something good to bring home. And I was just wondering, like, were you ever that way, like, with your mother? Like, was it ever, or even now, like, with us? Like, do you sort of thrive to just bring us good? Or is that, like, something that you care, like, to prioritize?
No. Because when I talk to y'all, I mean, it's great for somebody to be able to tell you something good every time and great, but I strive to tell y'all what's really going on, whether it's good, great, bad, in between. And I don't want to say have an expectation, you know what I'm saying, for y'all to do the same, but, like, when y'all hit me up with what's really going on. Y'all don't gotta hit me up just because y'all just have only good news, you know what I mean? Because it's not always gonna be like that. Now, me coming up around that same age as you, when it came to my mama, yeah, I wanted to tell her nothing but the good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want her to hear no bad shit and be worried about me, and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But yeah, I just want y'all to hit me up and tell me what's real. The same way I hit y'all up. I don't always hit y'all up and be like, oh, this is what's going on, it's great. And I hit y'all up too. I'll be like, this some bullshit. And y'all know it, and I'll tell y'all what's up. Let me see, what was the best thing that you think I taught you? Matter of fact, we'll double it up. I want to hear the best thing that you think I taught you and the worst thing that you think I taught you. Because no parent is perfect. Don't know instructional handbook come with this. And I told y'all that when y'all was younger. And I told y'all the biggest secret behind parenting is that we all just winging it.
Yeah.
We all just doing our best and winging it.
I don't think I have nothing off top that's, like, the best thing, but, like, I have things that, like, stand out, I guess. So, like, for me, like, togetherness is something you preach a lot about. Like, always having each other. Like, you'd always say, if something happened to you, then we got each other. And that was always, like, a really big one for me. And I think I take that into everything I do now, like, community-driven stuff. Like, I think I just reflect everything that I was taught, and I try to make it bigger than just my intermediate family. But that probably sits amongst my favorite thing, because I think I live in it every day. If it was a worse thing, it would probably just be something that I feel like I didn't learn, but I wanted to.
Okay.
So, like, that probably, like, financial stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like, I didn't know money that well, and I'm still learning money.
Me too.
And so, like, we talk about generational wealth in the Black community and all that good stuff. And so, like, yeah, of course, in that aspect, I wanted to learn more. But
and that's why I wasn't able to teach you that, because I wasn't taught that, so I couldn't teach you that if I wasn't taught that and didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Even at the age I am now, I'm still learning. Still learning.
Yeah, I think that was probably the biggest one, because even still, it'd be like, man, I wish I learned it. And you talk about school and curriculums and all that stuff. and they be missing out on it too. So yeah, but yeah, that was my two. I don't think you did I think you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
At least.
You sucking up so I can call you the favorite.
I already know. I told you I don't need the confirmation. I live in it. I've always considered you to be my best friend. Of
You
sorts.
my dog. You my dog.
We've grown up together, learned to fail together, and have endured a lot. Is our dynamic what you would have predicted for your first child?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You was my best friend as soon as you came out the womb. And I just knew we would be tight and we would be, you know what I'm saying? I seen it. Now, out of all of y'all, I knew you'd be the first one to, like I told you before, leave the city, move away. You know what I'm saying? And travel and see the world and all that. But I always knew that we would be tight, we would keep in touch, that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have to worry about you just leaving the nest and disappearing on me type deal. I just knew you was my dog. And so I love it. I love how we are.
That's fire.
You my dog. What was your favorite childhood moment?
My favorite childhood moment. I don't know if it's a moment, but it's like a collection of things. It's been like with music specifically. Okay. Like I could have done anything in the world. Like I could have, like I feel like I could have done anything in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like I was smart enough to do a lot of stuff, and I was interested in a lot of stuff. And for me to want to do music, like a lot of people would say, a lot of people would say, like, you know, you undercutting, you know, you're not shooting for the stars. Like, and for me, I think coming up in a household that you were creative, openly creative, you always pushed us to be creative, and I even when I started music, I wasn't that good.
Oh no.
I was pretty bad. And so, like, you taught me how to write some of my bars, how to shape up some of my stuff. A lot of people don't know that. And
Because it was long. Them bars was honey.
so I think, and even to this day, they
bars
still
was
be.
hanging off bars.
But like, when
You overbar the hell out of them.
man, when we talk about like all the collective times where you sort of put me to the side and like worked on things, or still believed in me and still pushed me to sort of like chase and get better at it instead of shooting me down or being like, let's try something.
That was their everything.
Yeah, and
that was their
everything.
If y'all was gonna do it, then I had your back on it, and I didn't let you quit. If y'all did it and y'all tried and y'all feel like, okay, I did try and give my best and it just ain't for me, then okay, we can let it go. But if it was something I seen that y'all had some passion for, even if you weren't good at it right away, if y'all had passion for it, I had y'all back on it. We gonna do this, and what all do you need to do it? Like when you started rapping and you wanted to build your studio.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
In the closet? And I was like, all right, so that's what you want to do. What do you need? And you was like, I need egg cartons. And I had to buy all them damn eggs. And we had eggs in bowls in the refrigerator left and right just so we could use all the cartons to support you in what you wanted to do. And I was like you said, when you first started, it wasn't very great. But I seen it, and you know me, I'm gonna critique you, and I'm gonna give you the honest truth on it. And I told you this is not very good, but if it's something that you want to do, then let me help you find ways to work on it to do better. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you done amazing.
Like, where do you get that from? Where do you think you get that from? Like that?
Myself. Me. That's how I'm dog.
Like, you ain't grow up in any spaces like that?
No, I didn't. Like, as far as like the creativity, I got that from your granddad. He was very creative and very artistic. But like, as far as like the push with my creativity and stuff like that, I think a little more of myself. Just as I got that drive. So yeah, you get it from me.
This next one, I feel like it's a little deeper. Trauma has interwoven with our day-to-day lives. Although I found empowerment in it, sometimes I wonder if it's done more damage than good. What do you think, and how have you managed the trauma that you've been through, even from growing up in those types of dire situations to being like a mother and having to cater to that?
The trauma from my childhood, honestly, is something that I'm still healing from and working on every day. Baby steps, little by little. I'm still working on me and healing those past traumas. Like I said, from childhood, from adulthood, being out of my own, everything. It's a lot. When it came to y'all and helping y'all deal with trauma, it's so many different levels to it with each of y'all. So I dealt with it, I tried to handle it on an individual level of where y'all was. Like, how can I put it? I dealt with that on a different level, like I said, individually with y'all, as to what I felt or thought worked best for you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For you on healing it and working on it. Like, for instance, with you, it started with writing.
Right.
Remember, I was like, hey, don't shut me out. You need to talk about it. And if you feel like you can't talk to me about it, write it down. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that would work for you. With another one of your siblings, I knew that maybe if they drew pictures, you see what I'm saying, or something like that, then that's what worked for them.
Right.
And I just tried to keep, like I said, when I told y'all, don't shut me out about stuff. Try to keep a conversation about how you felt, allowed y'all to show and express your emotions however it came about, so that y'all wouldn't be walking around harboring all that, because that makes it worse, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how I dealt with all that. Did I answer it?
Yeah, that.
Okay, I was gonna say, did I answer all of it? Because that was pretty damn deep. Okay.
Like even then, I guess what gets me the most is how do you come across those approaches to be like, to not sort of cater to everybody the same way.
Because y'all are different.
Right. But I guess what I'm saying is, like, where do you learn that? Is that, again, another thing that's just you?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. The trauma that I went through in my childhood, honestly, and I'm not knocking your nana or your grandmother, but I think that, like I said, we parents, a lot of us are just winging it. Like I said, 'cause there's no book that come with this. We don't really know what to do, but I don't think that she handled a lot of the trauma right, and I think that it's because she didn't know how to handle it. You know what I mean, or what to do. So with her, it was more of like, put me in counseling and stuff like that. And I remember how I felt during that.
Yeah.
And I didn't want y'all to have to go through that. And so I just took a different approach, which was my way, you see what I'm saying, of I want y'all to be able to come and talk to me. I want y'all to be able to openly express how y'all feel and not feel judged or unheard, you know what I'm saying, and stuff. So, yeah, that's why I was the way that I was, because I just really did for y'all what I wish somebody was doing for me when I had my trauma. Did you feel heard as a child? In a house full of 7, I know it gets pretty loud, but did you feel heard when you needed to come and talk to me?
Yeah, for the most part. But I think there was a part of me that also didn't necessarily crave to be. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, all right, I understood the dynamic of our family. So, I mean, I also leaned on writing heavily. So there's a part of me that was just fine with writing it or trying to write things away. But, like,
Yeah, I think I felt heard in the best ways possible. Like I think when I was going through things, like I believe we had a stint where I wasn't sure like how to feel about things. I think for the first time, maybe when I was 17 or 16 or something like that, and like I told you about it, and you were there, and that's all I ever needed was just to know that that was a resource. You know, sometimes like even now as an adult, like a young adult, like I'm coming to peace with the fact that you may not be understood, but as long as you have that outlet there to even just voice yourself, that can be enough. So like for me, I always felt like I was heard. So I never had any complaints or any like friction in that space. Nah.
Okay. It was a lot of y'all. And I know a lot of times y'all would come to me and it'd be like 2 or 3 of y'all talking to me at once. I remember your grandmother was there one day and it was like 3 of y'all all talking to me. And she was like, whoa, wait. She can't listen to all of y'all. And I was like, no, yes, I did. I heard all of them. And she was like, so, yeah.
Like, how is that for you, though? Like, how do you, like, were you leaning on writing? Like, how were you able to?
I used to write a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to journal a lot, write down my feelings. The same way I was telling y'all, I was doing that same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I used to write a lot. I still do right here and there, but I used to journal a lot to get my emotions out as well. You know what I mean? And yeah.
I guess you sort of answered this. So I was going to ask, where does the faith that you instill in me as a creative stem from? And I guess you sort of answered that with yourself. But like my follow-up to that is, with anything that I do you find any inspiration in that? Because I find inspiration in what you do. Like, I find inspiration in your perseverance time and time again. And like, of course, I feel like I take that as a child. Like, I follow in those steps. So do you ever get inspired from what you see me doing?
Are you serious? That's really on there? Because, stop it. First of all, y'all inspire me with everything that y'all do.
No, me.
Just you? He said, not them, me. Yeah, I'm super inspired by you. Super inspired by you. You never cease to amaze me. I still look at you and be like, damn, I made it. It's me right there. Whether it be your music or how you are with your siblings, I'm always inspired. When you go out and do community work, I'm always inspired by everything that you do. So yeah.
That sounds like a favorite child if I ever.
Damn it! When the camera cut off, I might say it. Cause they already took about all your siblings are convinced that you're the favorite. But I can't say it on camera.
What they saying?
Do you have a hero?
I have multiple.
Who the hell is your heroes? Who's these people?
You, my dad. I think everything is situational for me. So like, there have been times and spaces where people just step up, and I may not have expected them to step up in a specific way.
That's another hero.
And that's another hero.
They
for me.
saved the day.
Yeah, they saved the day. Like even my friends, like they step up and save the day, and I mean that's how I sort of see them. So I look at all my guys like the Avengers.
Y'all my Avengers.
Yeah. My personal Avengers.
It's perfect.
Have you managed to avoid following the mistakes or trends of the generation before you in regards to being like a mother? Like, do you feel like there were things that you sort of looked at with your mother and how you were raised, and you said, okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
It's a whole checklist.
Yeah.
I got a whole checklist.
Yeah. So like what? So like, and how did you sort of go about doing those things differently? And were they easier, harder?
Okay. Well, starting out, when y'all were younger, I kind of was going with that, with what I was taught. Because I'm a new mother, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm doing what I saw done before. And then after a while, I started looking at that like, maybe maybe I could have did that differently. And like I said, also, how did I feel? What did I think at this particular age? Like, say you were like when you were 7, right? And you might have did something. And I go, well, dang. Instead of yelling at him or trying to beat the hell out of him or whatever, maybe there's a different approach that I can take to this. And how did I feel at that age doing that same thing that he just did? What did I think? You see what I'm saying? So I realized that a lot of things, and like I said, not knocking them, they were all doing what they saw beforehand.
Right.
I realized I couldn't follow that. I wanted different for y'all. And I wanted to break a lot of the generational curses. So that, to me, y'all could grow up and be better people. And how can I put it? Just better people out here in the world, you know what I'm saying? Because we got so many messed up people out here, like, damn, we don't need more messed up people. Let me try to do my best in a different way. So when they go out here, they're their best self, and in turn, help the world be better. So yeah, I changed a lot. I really put a whole spin on the whole thing compared to how I was taught and raised. What is love?
Ooh wee.
Ha!
That
Got you.
was quite the
Try to give me
jumperooski.
some. Yeah, because you try to give me some deep shit. That's a pretty deep ass
And
question.
like, what context we talking about here?
Period.
Oh, love.
It's deep for you because you're still young, but I'm a little more seasoned, so it's a simple answer for me.
I know that's right. I think for me, I guess is because for me, I got different angles of it.
Yeah, because you're still learning.
Yeah.
We all learn at the same time.
I think when I talk about love, when I the way I perceive love, is it's hard to like define it for me in a Webster's dictionary way. Like obviously it's a feeling among many things. It's like, for instance, right now, I'm in the deepest, most intimate relationship I've ever been in with my partner now. So like for me, I'm still, like you said, learning and navigating it. I didn't know that this love existed prior to. And even like, and then I say it's in different regards. So like my friends, like I got mad love for my friends. And again, like I can't put it into words because that's why they're my brother. That's why, and I think that helps sort of define or sort of stretch what I mean when I say I love them, but letting them know that they're my brothers, as if though they've been here every step of the way. They could have jumped in yesterday and knowing that their presence is so felt and so highly favored for me. And then like you got the familial love, where I have a different sense of admiration for my little brother and little sister. Like again, I can't put them into words, but it's this sense of never again. This is one of one with each one through and through. And Uncle Peanut used to say, I'll
kill a brick over you. I'll kill a brick over you.
And that's how I feel about who I love and what I love. And like even with music, like my passion has like, it's sort of like, as it's gotten harder and I realized, all right, I want to do it my way. I want to do this thing my way. Even with the way I love, I want to do it my way. I don't want to shortcut anything. I want to make sure that I'm earning my keeps in those spaces. And with that, like I feel like it just gets stronger. And like I said, I can't really put it into no Webster's dictionary definition or like simplify it, but it's this ever-looming feeling that everything is one of one. The moment is one of one. The handshakes, the dap-ups is one of ones. The intimate conversations, the laughs, the me being an asshole is one of one. Only you gonna get this version of me because everybody doesn't. You know what I mean? And this is how I love. And like I said, like I can't put it into no exact dictionary definition, but yeah, that's how I see love. That's how I feel love and see love. Like even with you, like that's like one-on-one. I'm not getting another mother. You know what I mean? And it's like even with the moments, you know, like we get to spend this moment. Like we don't get it back.
Right.
And there's something about that just screams love in it. Even when there's confusion, even when there's this the sense of uncertainty, I think that those are all attributes of it.
It's a what I've learned is that it is you said it was an emotion. It's an energy for me. It's an energy, and it's you and it's me and it's them.
Yeah.
Period. For me, that's what it is. It's an energy, and it's all of us. When y'all come into a room or I'm around y'all, it's not just I'm with you. I'm with love.
Right. It's in that space.
Love walked in the room.
Yeah.
It's an energy. It's love.
Yeah, that's exactly it right there. First of all, I'm proud of you.
Aww.
I don't think that gets said enough to mothers from children. I'm proud of you. Like you said, it comes with no directions. 7 out of 7. That's what I'd say. The experience we call life is merely a blip, and that existential speck of time can be full of so many things you cannot buy back. I look in the mirror and I take pride in who I am, and that's largely because of the unparalleled persistence, belief, and love you've invested in not only me, but my siblings as well.
You trying to make me cry on camera?
A little bit.
You tried it.
Do you feel like
you tried
this
it.
conversation has been worthwhile?
Absolutely.
And why so?
These conversations need to be had. They need to be had because even if it's just for a short time that we've been talking, it's also healing. It's also healing in a lot of ways. And then, you know, it's parents, I'm gonna speak for me, I'm gonna say our parents. I wonder a lot, you know what I'm saying? Even when y'all say I did great, that's why I asked you, what did I do that was great to you, that I taught you, and what was not? Because I'm not perfect, and you know, when mothers and their kids sit down and have these types of talks, it's very healing for the parent and for the child, and we get things answered that we might have wondered about that we don't get to ask. You know what I mean? On a regular daily thing because we live in life.
Right. In that speed of life, like to your point, like I said, for me, like I always wanted to try to bring you good news. Like that was like a thing for me. It was like I'm out here on my own. I want to make her proud. You know, she probably got her own stuff going on.
So
Right, and that's right, and that's why I said these conversations be happy because we live in life. You're an adult now. You going and you doing your thing, and I'm still maintaining, you know what I'm saying, and my life and your siblings and everything. And so sometimes we hit and miss. We talk, you know what I'm saying. We touch base. You my dog. We touch base and we talk about all kind of stuff. You know what I mean. But in the midst of that conversation, we might be talking about your music, and it might not cross my mind to say, what did I do right and what did I do wrong? You know what I mean? So to take a moment and just sit down and discuss it and ask each other questions and share those answers is very healing. It's very healing. And a lot of parents should take their time to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting dynamic. Like I said, like especially among
with the generations.
Especially with us being a black, African American, you know, dynamic with mother-child, you being a single parent, like there's this sense of just going by with emotions.
Right, and people don't talk about stuff.
Yeah, and you just sort of live how you live, you learn what you learn, and you sort of just be tossed out there. And like, for me, I take a lot of pride, again, in just being able to have that space to ask questions, because that would probably be up there too. When you ask me like what's the favorite things, is one of my favorite things you ever taught me was being able to ask why.
I always question everything, even me.
Just ask why.
Yeah.
And I think that sort of prompts you to get the most out of life. Like we talk about like people always searching for the answer and all this stuff, and
but you ain't gonna get the answer if you don't ask.
Exactly, and I attribute my willingness to always sort of like push the envelope and always try to get the best from myself and those around me because I'm able to ask why and able to ask those questions.
And yeah, and I taught y'all that very young. I taught y'all to question every damn thing, even me.
Mm-hmm.
Even me. Because I remember growing up, we didn't get to ask our generation.
Exactly.
There wasn't no asking no damn questions. Whatever your parents said was what your parents said. But as a child, you like, but why?
Mm-hmm.
And all you would give was because I said so.
Mm-hmm.
And I never wanted that for y'all, ever. Mm-mm. And that's because I said so. When you asked me why, I gave y'all an answer. More than because I said so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always ask questions because you ain't gonna never get the answer if you don't ask or push the envelope, like you said. And I'm glad that y'all do that. I'm glad that y'all did listen and that didn't go in one ear and out the other, like a lot of other shit I told y'all. What would you do with $1 million? I want to hear this because because it's gonna really tell me, like with all the stuff that I taught y'all, what would y'all really do if y'all had that chance to have that type of money? What would you do with it?
First, I mean that's a lot of money. So firstly,
what was some of $1 million? What would you do with it?
I would consult a financial advisor first and foremost.
That's smart. That's smart.
No, I don't know, man. You know, I like all the usual cliche answers of like, oh, I'd give back to the DDA. I'd come back to you and be like, what we doing?
That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of money, and because like even now, I be thinking like, all right, with music, I'm chasing something with music. Like, what if I come across a lump sum of money? Does music change for me?
Right, that's why I want to know what you gonna do. That's why I asked you that.
No,
What you gonna do?
I think music is definitely something I have a drive towards, just being a better version of myself through and through. But with having that lump sum of money, I mean, obviously, like, I'm gonna try to better the lives of those around me, those who played a integral part. But at the same vein, I'm taking half of that and putting it well into other stuff.
Of course,
and
you
pretending
better.
I never had it.
That's right.
Yes, yeah.
You got it.
Well, that's what you would do?
Yeah, but I also would donate to shelters because we've been there before.
Yeah.
So I would definitely have to pour back into that.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well.
And I probably would come to you too, but I what we gonna do.
Oh, you would.
But by the time I would, I probably done spent some of it in putting it onto the shelters and stuff.
Right.
Then I'd be like, what y'all want to do? But I would definitely give back first.
I put new rims on my truck. I'm not gonna
Damn
lie.
it.
I tried to give it like the best answer, but I can't be at peace unless those rims is on my truck.
Not unless the rims is on my truck.
Rims on my truck.
I do have another question.
What?
What is your favorite thing about Post Road? Do you have a favorite thing about Post Road? Yeah, I want to hear that.
I think that there's a culture there that people don't talk about. Like, we talk about jigging, we talk
That's
about...
exactly what I was going to say. That's always my favorite.
We talk about jigging, but there's like an energy there, like that you just... I mean, obviously it's changed. A lot of developmental stuff going on over there. It's not looking the same. Yeah, but I take a lot of pride in that, being able to be a part of, like, I feel like the last few years of what Post Road was in terms of its legacy. So like, I mean, like even with the Jordan Fish and Chicken stuff and RP, and I think like there's this culture that we don't get enough credit for. Like obviously we rep it and we go hard for it, and you know the rest of the city almost looks at it like. So, I mean, for me, I think I just love everything about it. Like I love what people call the ghetto-ness, the ratchetness. To me, like that was everyday life. That's regular. So like the way people talk, the way people do things, the way people shorten their sentences, the way people are straight to the point. Like there's something to learn in that.
We do got our own lingo out there.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean like it's his own world. Amongst those apartments growing up, that's his own world.
That was one of my favorites. My favorite things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I have no one thing that probably stood out. I mean, like I said, I love the Jordan Fish and Chicken. I don't know why people was hating.
Because it had bun.
But we ate there. And we ate good. And we ate 100 pieces, 50 pieces.
And I be thinking, how many times did they put that on?
And ain't nobody say, oh, this tastes like, nah, everybody ate it. This don't taste funny to y'all? Nobody did that. We all ate good. It wasn't until they seen that everybody started, ain't nobody eat there. They was in business for a long time.
The whole time we was eating that chicken out the floor and we didn't even know it.
See, I ain't gonna say that. They probably got caught bad in a tough position. I think that was around winter time or something. They was probably coming off a hard winter.
No, they didn't have no excuse, and don't try to make none for them.
The chicken was good. I don't even eat meat no more, and I remember how good it tastes.
I don't want to remember.
But yeah, I mean, I don't got any other questions. Do you?
No. I thought you already touched on most of mine. Because you cheated.
Like I said. Thank you. Thank you again. Like I mean, not even just thank you for doing it, but thank you for just always being consistent with who you are. Thank you for being, to me, the greatest mother that I could ask for.
Stop, bro. You trying to get me to cry.
I'm almost there. Quit cutting me off. I love you. I appreciate you beyond words. And like I said, I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of the work that you put in to not only me, but the rest of my siblings. And I think you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
I don't think there's any room for doubt in that. For you. So
I'm proud of you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Hug it out.
Come on.
Ooh. I love you.
I love you too. Still my little baby.
That's one of my questions. All right, we got a wrap.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Can I take? You take this. I would say you take this off because I don't want Fife trying to. I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you because of what he said earlier. Here, look, you take it off. I don't want Fife to do that.
No, you freaking, man.